I hear this all the time from prospects that are interested in purchasing our services. And the real answer is it depends. If you're a 5 to 15 person startup and you've got the resources and the tools in place, we can do it in as quickly as 30 days. Because a SOC 2, let's just talk about the type 1, which is a type 1 is a point in time, is an audit that says we have these things implemented. It's not necessarily the audit of, and we can demonstrate that we've been doing them. That's what a SOC 2 type 2 is. So for companies that are fast and they're small and they have the proper team and security mindset and tools in place, it's a matter of implementing various processes on the HR and IT side, various controls. And we can move on that pretty quickly with a small company. In 30 days, I think is something that we've done multiple times for a SOC 2 type 1. Your next question is probably, well, what about a SOC 2 type 2? Well, that's actually very difficult to answer because, first of all, the AI CPA minimum for a SOC 2 type 2 observation period is 3 months. So you have to have been doing the right things for 3 months before you can get that audit. And the only way for us to know whether or not you're going to pass that audit is to onboard you, go through a gap assessment, and we surely will identify gaps, solve those things, and then see if we can look back if you've been doing things before we had showed up. And oftentimes the answer is no. So we have to create a new observation period. So for a type 2, I would say the answer is however long it takes us to get through the gaps plus 3 months. Standard of what we've said is the model of good for security, availability, confidentiality, and so on and so forth. Like these things must be true, right? And you will be audited by auditors that we've approved, and they're going to do the needful, as it were, to say that you're doing those things. But they're like really like backing up even more. Like let's look at a 60,000 foot view. A SOC 2 and any other security or compliance framework that's out there is really just a measuring stick, right? So if you want to do business with someone, that's someone who is integrating into your company most of the time by some sort of API. And so you have access to their stuff. They might have access to yours. They want a certain level of confidence from a security perspective. And you can do that via a couple of different mechanisms. Option 1, you can just tell them what you do. Option 2 is you can certainly give them access to do their own audits, which is entirely cumbersome. And as a part of that, sometimes they might ask a bunch of different questions, and you might have to do a mini audit of your own systems and capabilities. Or option 3 is you can kind of get compliant with an auditing framework out there, such as SOC 2, which is kind of industry standard at this point, where what good looks like has been very well defined. And once you've implemented all of those controls, policies, and procedures, a third party basically comes in and says, oh, cool, like we've done the audit, we've looked at the controls, and everything passes. And we feel good about it. So that is kind of how things step up from a compliance perspective. And the truth is, buyers expect to see that you are compliant with SOC 2 typically as a table stakes minimum. And from there, GDPR or CCPA or HIPAA or various ISO frameworks. So really, that's kind of what that landscape looks like and why somebody might consider getting a SOC 2 to begin with.